Welcome, fellow travelers. I'm Joe, and this is Good Times RVing. Hope you enjoy the show. Back in the RV. Well, I'm not sure how many of you installed LED lights in your RV, but I find that not only do they use less electricity, but they provide more lumens. So I purchased these LED bulbs for the 921 sockets that we have down in the basement. And my plan is to find one basement light that's convenient, and then I will test all 10 of these to make sure that I've got all good ones, because if you read the comments on these LEDs, invariably they send you one two or more that don't work. So I will test these and see if in fact they are all operative, and then if they are not, then I'll manage that with Amazon to make sure I get my money's worth. Actually 10 positive LEDs. It may be that you need to send them back, or you work it out. And again, I will open these in a way that I can store them or return them should I need to, and I won't make a mess out of the packaging. Not destroy the items. Trying to get this off. But no blood, so it was successful. And we can get all the LEDs out, but carry them without dropping them. So let's go down and see if these work in the basement compartment. I'll find a light that is easy to manage, and let's see if they all work. So let's see if this works. Okay, we have lights, and that's what the incandescent looks like. These tops come off fairly easily, so we'll shut the power off and wait for that to cool, and then we'll put in one of our LEDs and see what the difference is. We'll test the bulbs in this one. Does work. Just slip that bulb out. And it works. So I'll go through this. I'll go through the rest of the bulbs. Okay, so we're down to number 10. So we were successful. We've got all the bulbs removed and the LEDs installed. They all work perfectly. Were easy to install, and the covers were easy to take off and put on properly. And I've got my 10 bulbs, and I will put these in a plastic baggie in my toolbox, just in case one of those LEDs does fail. I can just pop one of these back in and at least have light until I can replace it. So that was a successful project. Took me 15 minutes. As I showed before, I did check each one of those in a fixture that was easy to get at. Many of these fixtures are not easy to see for me because I can't stick my head into the basement compartment. But typically, if you can get on your knees and poke your head in there, it's pretty straightforward. But I checked all of them before I started the process to make sure that if I had to return them, I didn't have to take out 6 or 8 bulbs to get the pack of 10 to return. But I checked them all, and all the fixtures that I replaced, the bulb with the LED, the incandescent, with the LED did function before and after installing the LED. So I'm pleased. Especially will be pleased one night when I'm digging around down there for something. I will have adequate light to see what's going on. I had many thoughts on how to approach this project. Whether I should actually replace the fixture with a bar of LEDs. And I went through all the iterations to figure out exactly how I wanted to do it. Did I want to put a strip of LED bulbs in there and wire those in? And I got to the point where it's just, make it simple, stupid. So I just replaced the bulbs, and it's adequate. Is it super fancy looking? Not really. It's just adequate. But it does provide the function, which is the most important, adequate light. So that when I'm digging around down there at night, typically it's a long day on the road, and you're backing into a site at night, and you have no light, and etc. You're in a campground somewhere, and you're trying to hook up the utilities, and you have no light. That's when this stuff is really important. So at night, things become, as I'm sure you're all aware, things become much more difficult without proper light. So in any event, I got my bulbs. I'm going to put those in a bag, and we're all set. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you took something away from this. This was an easy fix for a $10 bill and 15 minutes of time. Pretty easy. And surprisingly, all those LEDs work. We'll see how long they work. That's the other issue, is these will fail. If they're going to fail, they'll fail quickly. These typically, if they operate for an hour or two, they're going to work fine. If they're going to fail, they'll fail pretty quickly. So we'll see. But my guess is, since I didn't have any DOAs, I think we're in good shape. Thanks again. Thumbs up.